Why are we trying so hard? Why are things not working? Why are we, trying to think our way out of it and it's not working? And how to make it work. This is the difference between being pushed by fear and at the same time when you're doing that, it's like you're lowering your frequency because you're so fixated on the problem, right? When you're trying to fix something, you fixate on it and it's not helping long term. And that's the difference between being pushed by fear and pulled by pleasure. Dancing with life, connecting, this place of intuition, of that inner knowing where answers and questions come up simultaneously. Where you don't doubt, you know you're held by life, you know you're supported, and in the weirdest ways, situations, people, circumstances just happen and appear. And you get to take action from this place of, oh my God, I'm so excited. Not, right, I gotta force myself, I gotta, buckle down and just do this. It's like we dance, we expand. We are children of life. We're not meant to take on this role. It's like as if a 5-year-old being so worried about how to make a living and what we're gonna have for food, and like I don't even know how to cook, right? Like as a 5-year-old, and we're feeling so much pressure. You're not supposed to. Like as a 5-year-old, your job is just to have fun, to explore life, to get curious. This is literally your job in life. And taking those action steps, creating, having businesses or those relationships or experiences, not from this place of, oh God, it's such a burden, I don't know what I'm doing, I hope this doesn't happen, and I hope this does happen, and so much anxiety and burnout and depression, thinking about the things that could have gone differently but haven't, and feeling locked up in our bodies. Like, you're not supposed to experience any of this. This is not what you came here for. So today, this requires, like what I'm talking about, requires stepping into your feminine energy, men or women, because we have both within us. It's the yin and the yang. What are the 3 misconceptions, misunderstandings, just lies about the feminine energy, and the 3 keys to its power, and how you can embody this in your life to simplify it? So let's dive right in. Let us begin by taking a deep inhale into the belly, into the chest, into the nose, and exhaling out. Feeling yourself like relaxed, surrendered. When we're feeling, I can't breathe, I can't meditate, like, no, there's no point in me taking a deep breath, like, I've got things to do. You're in the mind. And Einstein, who was a pretty smart guy, said that we cannot solve the problem with the same mindset that we created it from. So my question is, how has your mind been serving you? How has that been going? Now, years ago, when I first stumbled upon the works of Eckhart Tolle, he was talking about how the ego is the enemy and the analytical mind is the problem. And I was just looking at that like, no, the analytical mind is my greatest asset. The analytical mind is what helped me get out of depression and to kind of use cognitive behavioral therapy to, punch it and kind of like really poke at it and get myself out of that. And I was giving all the credit to the mind, not understanding that the mind is what keeps you stuck. And like, yes, the mind is so powerful, but it has to go with the body. It has to be integrated with feeling the energies, with tuning into the frequency. We are energetic beings. Your body is like this funnel, all right? Most of your body is not in your physical body. Most of you is outside of it. And we're giving credit a lot to this, okay? You're not here. You're everywhere. This is a teeny tiny part of you. So how do we tune into that? This is the feminine energy. The feminine feels deeply. The feminine is chaotic. I'm going to talk about 3 lies, misconceptions. Why is it that we're so afraid of it? Now, I personally, in my own journey, age of 13, had a parent going through alcoholism, had just emotionally felt unsafe. There was no community. I was like in the foreign country just with that parent and feeling lost and understanding that my feminine isn't helping me. My feminine is making me weak. My feminine is getting me hurt. And so I don't want it. And I remember a particular moment in my life where it was in grade 8 and like, I became a straight A student. My concept of time changed. That's why I remember it, because I started noticing this difference, like, time starts flowing differently now. And that was when I shut off my feminine. And then opening up to it again and it feeling so terrifying and judging, like all of these things that I'm going to talk about today. I felt it. I believed it. I was like, I am not going there because the feminine is this, this, and this. And I couldn't have been more wrong. And this is why I want to share these things with you right now. So I'm just getting my notes. Taking a breath again, because the feminine is coming into the body. Men or women, we need to feel. We need to feel anything that you want to create in your life. I know several men that are there, whether they have their own businesses or they're in this executive roles. You can't figure it out from the mind. And some of the most amazing opportunities come to you when you're just in the body, when you're not overthinking. We have so much proof of that, right? So how many great discoveries or ideas or, like business ideas, products were thought of in the shower or in just in that place of no thought, right? And it just flows because we're receiving it. Receptivity. That's what you came here for, all right? So embodying that. So again, a deep inhale in and out. All right. And now the 3 lies, misconceptions about the feminine energy. I love how family came up because feminine is family. Feminine is connection, is unity, is connecting all of you, first of all, to yourself, and then to wholeness, to God, life, source, consciousness. Feminine creates the family. So the misconceptions, the feminine is weak. It's useless. Like the masculine gets shit done. The masculine, goes and creates. And the feminine is just, she can't. Right? It's like, think of in old days, like the men would hunt. The feminine doesn't do that. She stays at home because she can't. First one, let me just go through the misconceptions first. Second, the feminine is a follower. And I remember I struggled with this one so much as I was stepping into the feminine, just being like, there's no power there. There is just, okay, this is what the masculine mind wants to do. And again, this isn't outside. This is like within, the energies within us. The masculine wants to go this way, so the feminine just follows. Like she doesn't really have a choice. And not understanding how false that is. Like that is so far from reality. All right, we're going to get into this in a little bit. And the third one is the feminine is unproductive. I shared this in previous videos when I was reading a book of David Data's about masculine and feminine energies, and he described how the masculine goes about completing tasks and how the feminine does it. And the masculine has this awesome to-do list, bullet points, and just moves on one to the other. The feminine also has a list, and she begins with one task. And then as she's going there, she thinks of something else and she puts it down and she does this other thing. And then the phone rings and then she talks and connects. And then she puts down the phone and she comes back to her list. And then she starts with that task, but then she has an inspiration to go outside and she does. And then this is how her day is. Yet at the end of the day, or that time frame, everything is done. And I remember reading that and feeling so frustrated, like, there's no way this is true. This is chaos. That is not a way to function. The masculine is the way to function. You have clear targets. You move along your list. That's it. It's structured. It's focused. It's direct. It's like you have your purpose and you just do it. That's it. It's simple. And here again, this could not have been further from the truth. Feminine is the ultimate multitasker. The masculine has a to-do list because they can't multitask. The masculine thinks in boxes, in, time frames and scheduling. The feminine dances with life. The feminine tunes into the inspiration to not, okay, this is what I have to do and this is the how to get to it. The feminine has a task that maybe she knows how to complete, but then she's inspired to go somewhere, and then she has a conversation with someone, and that someone would actually get that thing accomplished a lot better than she would, or maybe there's a connection, or maybe whatever. The feminine co-creates with life. The feminine is expansion. And so, starting with identifying the superpowers of the feminine. Feminine, this is the first one. Feminine is the ultimate multitasker. Lao Tzu has this beautiful quote: life doesn't hurry, yet everything is done. Everything gets done. How does she do it? Because she's dancing with life, because she's receptive. She's not in this, how horses have these, the eye blockers so they don't look around, they're just looking straight at where they're going, that tunnel vision. That's the masculine. And this is important. Like sometimes we need that tunnel vision, right? When the feminine goes like, oh, I don't feel like it anymore. This is where the masculine comes in, like, no, we decided, we committed. I actually just recently had an experience like that. I committed to this practice, to this book for 12 weeks. And the assignment for this particular week was so inconvenient. I was like, this is the worst week to have this. How about I move it, for next week? And it's like, no. Like masculine decisiveness, masculine purpose, direction. I committed. We stick to it, right? Where my friend would be like, oh, maybe not. It's important. I'm not saying one is bad, the other one's good. Both are important to co-create. Both are important to bring that which you want into your life. So the first one, the first power that you get to step into, understanding that the feminine is the ultimate multitasker. Number 2, feminine is life itself. Just like that quote by Lao Tzu that I just said. Understanding that feminine, right? It's like, oh, but it's chaotic and it's unpredictable and I don't like that. I don't like that about me. What in life is stagnant? Stagnant. What in life is staying still? Nothing. But the masculine, this is patriarchy, trying to repress that. Like, no, it has to be stable. It has to be not changing. Just stop moving. Stop being like all over the place. Life is all over the place. And yet it has its beautiful pattern, its beautiful structure if you're willing to get curious about it. The seasons, like, oh my God, this is all over the place. Why can't we just have one season? Because that's what enables the earth to function. And for us to get our fruits and vegetables and, for the animal to get their particular needs met at different times of the year. Those cycles, that dance with life, it's important. That's what creates life. Life cannot be stagnant. Think of your body. If your blood was stagnant right now, you would die. You need movement. Your cells are multiplying. Life is feminine. And similarly, as this is the invitation right now to reawaken this feminine on the level of the collective of society, but it starts from within us. It starts with ourselves. It starts with our families. It starts with our communities, and it expands. So the invitation with this one is, where is it that patriarchy is in your life? Like, where are you asserting that patriarchy in your life? Trying to keep yourself small, trying to keep yourself stagnant. You will die if you're stagnant. The feminine's invitation is to dance. The feminine's invitation is to create. Taking a deep inhale into that. Allowing that breath, feminine receptivity. And release from that. Like, wow, I don't have to do any of this. Like, I don't have to take care of anything. I just get to be me and receive and be. And from that place, that masculine is inspired by, I don't have to do anything. There's so much just rest and ease. And from that ease, what do I really want to do? What's my purpose in this world? Why did I come here? What is my gift? How can I contribute? And from that contribution, you are so freaking fulfilled because that's what you came here for. Welcoming in the dance of the two energies. Number 3, not only is the feminine life itself, it knows how to dance with life. I touched on that as I was just speaking about the seasons. The feminine knows how to dance. Thinking of the feminine body, of the female body rather, we have our cycles. We experience all the 4 seasons in 1 month. Sometimes in a day, emotionally. We dance. When we release, this one is especially for the women, when we release that judgment of, oh, why am I like this? There's so many women that take drugs to stabilize their emotions. And then they have so much trouble coming out of off those drugs. So it's like, that is the gift that you were given. Why would you numb that? It's when we go into, oh, there's something wrong with me. Oh, I shouldn't be this way. Instead of accepting the magic of it, the gifts of it. I had several clients, going off hormonal pills and just so many different ones. And it's like, wow, how could I have done that to myself for such a long time? And if you're watching this and you're there, that's, there's no shame in that, just an invitation to get curious. What if maybe you could accept your ups and downs and all of it as like a phenomenal gift that you get to use? That's your magic. But we've been so put down by that patriarchy. It's like, no, we are not connecting to the body anymore, and that's sinful, right? It's like we came from the goddess. We came from Mother Earth, like that in ancient cultures. That was the mother. She births, she creates, she nourishes with her milk, right? It's like it's the cult of the mother. And then we change to a male god who looks down on you from a cloud and judges you. And disconnected from the feminine, disconnected from our sensuality, disconnected from our bodies. And living in a society where women are said like, no, you're too emotional, take something for that. You're into it. And the food, like, because I'm thinking of men as well, how this applies, like the food that we consume, it's poison, so much of it. I know that on my own journey of that reconnection, what guidance was communicating to me is that remove this food, see the difference, feel the difference. I would remove bread. I was like, whoa, this month I'm so intuitive. And it was because of this particular food. Like, how crazy is that? Understanding how we are not able to open, we are not able to receive, and then we live in this space of frustration, of being put down, of not experiencing intuition, again, men or women. How many of us are in burnout? Like, right, I have to create it from the mind because we're so disconnected from that. It's like 5-year-olds trying to run a household and being so overwhelmed, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just 5. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to have 2 loving parents, or actually, it takes a village. You're supposed to have a whole community telling you, guiding you, supporting you. Hey, sweetheart, this is what you can do. Do you want to help me with this? Spirit does the work. You are the helper. And you have this village. You have this community. You have so many guides. You have God, life, source consciousness flowing through to you in so many ways. They're supporting you every step of the way. But if you poison your body, that is like this, it's like an antenna to receive all of that. You can't. If we don't create ritual, if we don't, and the feminine, the culture of the feminine is very much about ritual. Shamanic cultures, that's ritual is everything. And that's the beautiful combination of the masculine and feminine, because like, well, it's really organized and it's really ritualistic. That's the dance of the masculine and feminine, the balanced masculine and feminine energies. So the invitation with this is noticing for yourself, men or women, especially for women though, where is it that you're pushing this down? Where is it that you're not allowing your feminine gifts to shine, and this is literally what you're here for? Where can you be more you? Where can you drop the masks? And now, because I feel so passionate, as you can tell, about this topic, because this is, again, I've shut this off and I thought it was a burden. Not understanding, like, oh my God, it's the gift. Like, this is embodying, this is what life's all about. I've created a 5-day experience that is immersive. You receive audios, short audios, how to embody this feminine, how to magnetize, how to manifest like the feminine. That's actually the name of the program. Manifest like a woman. This one is for women only. For men, you're welcome to contact me for the one-on-one self-mastery programs that I have, the 3-month containers. But this one's for the women because that's the gift. We're not using our gifts. And our world changes when more women are willing to step into this. When we're willing to embody that. And our world needs that intuition right now. It needs that nourishing. It needs that goddess mother energy again. And whether, you're a mother in the sense that you have children or not, it's like you are a mother of energy, of creation, and awakening that. And in the process, you manifest the life that you deeply want. That's the beauty of it. When I first heard my shamanic mentors talking about this, like, leave everything that you want and just contribute to the earth. I'm like, I don't want to. I want my stuff. Like, I want my life. I want to enjoy my life as well. And then realizing that, like, wow, as I actually step into me and that authenticity and that intuition, it's like having that God life source consciousness move through you. That is actually that's how you get to your best life. That's how you manifest everything that you want in your life. When you stop chasing. The feminine doesn't chase, it attracts, it receives, it co-creates and dances with life. So if this resonates, we're starting on May. I actually do not remember the date. I think it's the 12th. The link is down below. Anyway, check it out. It's amazing. It's free for women who are ready to step into their power and feel freaking phenomenal. All right, so if this is you, check out below. For the men, there's a link with a free audio practices for you guys. And as well, if you want support with this, I'm opening up a few spots in June for my one-on-one self-mastery container. So reach out and get on the waiting list for that. Many blessings.